Good morning, Zio here, and yeah, hopefully today I can get somebody to help me move those desks around so I can, I don't know, get rid of the echo. So I apologize, but it is that day, it's that time, it's Sunday. Therefore, we go back through the week and take a look at everything that we talked about and updates and that sort of thing. So with all that, let's get into it, shall we? So I probably should have refilled my coffee before starting this because it's getting kind of low. But anyway, good morning. How are you? As we look at this, the page is error 404 because it doesn't exist. I have no idea why. And for whatever reason, it never got archived. That's my fault. I should have archived it. Anyway, so yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should go ahead and do so now. Sunday is when we go back throughout the week and sort of round up everything that we talked about and give additional thoughts and that sort of thing. Any updates and anything that may be major, that has any major updates and that sort of stuff. And occasionally talk about something else that may not have been able to fit, into a whole video on its own and is pretty much one of those, well, this is a thing that happened kind of deal. But anyway, so earlier this week we talked about Phantasy Star Online 2 and the botched launch that was, that's still having issues, mind you, because there are other issues that are still going on apparently. For whatever reason, the game has a horrible time trying to uninstall it for whatever reason. It's hard to get it to uninstall. Sometimes it will uninstall itself. So there's this neat thing called Tweaker out there, if you're on the PC, that could help you out. I think I'll leave a link for that down in the description down below if I can remember to, of course. But there is help out there, so if you want to play some Phantasy Star Online 2, you can. I'm on ship 1 if you want to join me and everybody else. But yeah, it's a fun game. It's having a lot of issues. A lot of it stems from Microsoft, and I'm not really sure how Microsoft botches something like this. It's Microsoft, for crying out loud. They should know what they're doing in this space at this point, but apparently they don't. It's a weird thing. But yeah. And of course, links to all the videos, whether you're over on BitShoot or over on YouTube, are also down in the description, by the way, if you want to go and take a look and look further into the incident, the issue, the whatever it is that we were talking about. You can get more details from there as we specifically talk about it for a good 10 minutes or so. But yeah, and if you're on BitShoot, I do apologize. Some videos just don't actually show up over there. I've been having a lot of issues with BitShoot lately. In fact, I meant to show what I was talking about. But yeah, so if you're curious to know what I'm talking about, here we go right here. This is a hidden video that is not published currently. It should have been published earlier this week. I've re-uploaded it a few times at this point, but when I go to it and let it play, that is not my video. It's not even in English. But seriously, this is a good hour-plus video that is not mine, talking about something else completely different, which of course means I'm going to have to delete this and try to upload it again if I even attempt to, because this is the multiple times that I've tried doing this. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I've never had this happen over on YouTube as much as I would like to be using BitShoot. This is like the second or third time that a video has done this to me, where I've uploaded it, went to go and make it viewable and all that good stuff, and then realized either right after I've made it viewable or right beforehand that it's technically not playing my video, or my video is not playing at all for whatever reason. So yeah, if you're over on the BitShoot side, I do apologize. If you want to know when anything is actually put out, go follow my Twitter. It's ZEOTGT. That's when I put out a link to both the YouTube and the BitShoot side. Unless the BitShoot side is like 2 or 3 days late, then I kind of don't get around to actually putting the link out there, so I do apologize for that. But you know, that's just how it happens sometimes. So the next thing we talked about was not Stadia, but we talked about GeForce Now and Steam colluding and doing a partnership together to get things back on track, which, you know, with any luck will hopefully make NVIDIA GeForce Now an actual thing that you know, is worth doing, and maybe other publishers will finally look at this and go, oh, okay, and are more okay to this idea now that it's been properly explained how to go out doing it through Steam. Because you know, we talked about it where, you know, sometimes developers, they're not gamers, right? Some of them are, some of them aren't, so they don't quite understand the gaming space or how things work. And it's so weird that, you know, I don't know why, but to me it feels like it's a weird thing to sit there and not understand what a virtual machine is when you develop video games. I figured, you know, things like that would be like computing 101 or programming 101 or something like that to these to people like this, where, you know, making things like VPNs and virtual machines and other things would be second nature. But I guess that's just coming from my own experiences, and it's being projected onto these people, when in reality it doesn't seem to be the case, because we did look at, you know, tweets and other things from other people who are like appalled at the fact that their game is being sold through GeForce Now, when in reality that's not actually what's happening, but that's what they seem to have in their mindset, that it's being sold. It's just allowing people to use a virtual machine to play their game in another space that is not their localized computer. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing. We should see how it goes. But then we talked about PlayStation giving us the first look at the future of gaming for PlayStation 5. And, you know, when I saw this, people were talking about how PlayStation 5 said that they were going to guarantee show gameplay and do a one-up on Xbox and stuff. But actually going through the article here, their actual statement, I kind of disagree with that. They didn't go out and say there will be 100% gameplay or anything like that, so I don't know what to expect. But the event was also postponed due to political reasons, which is another topic in itself, because companies in general should just stay apolitical. I know that's probably going to be some heat for saying that, but seriously, companies need to remain apolitical. Nobody gives a damn what you think in the political space. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to see it. We just want to play video games and escape from the world. That is going to be a topic for a video that I want to do this week, though. So before I catch myself ranting into that, we should probably move on. Then we talked about TrackMania and Ubisoft here, which is a game that's coming out, and Ubisoft's it's not a subscription, but it's totally a subscription kind of thing that they were going on about. Apparently they now have surprise subscription mechanics. But yeah, we talked about that for a bit, and how the developer kind of got all ticked off and everything, and went on a longer rant about how, yeah, it is subscription, but that's not the point. And it's like, no, that's exactly the point. Why can't you just say it's a subscription-based service? Because you said it was free to play. It's not a subscription. And then you came out and somebody said, yeah, it technically, it's not a subscription. You're just going to pay for the game for an allotted amount of time, and when that's over with, you have to re-buy the game for another allotted amount of time. It's paraphrasing. It was something similar to that, but yeah, that's the definition of the subscription model. Anyway, from there we talked about the Game Gear Micro. That's right, this itty bitty little tiny thing that is. We talked about it, right? And it's going to be like, if I remember correctly, 34 or 45, something like that, for one. All right, and there's 4 colors, and each one has its own game. I think I had this thing translated for y'all back then, so you could actually somewhat read it. But yeah, it talks about the size here, and we got some measuring tape to see exactly what that looked like for those of you who may not know off the top of your head. But other than for a novelty thing or collecting, this thing isn't all that great, to be totally honest. It's pricey for what you get, and honestly, I think it might be just totally a waste of money, to be totally honest. Just a waste. Yeah, so I had to stop for a second, so I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, it feels like it's somewhat of a waste of money. It's great for a collector, sort of the novelty of it, but I don't see myself really playing the games and actually trying to play them, like legitimately using this as a thing to what it's designed for. Anyway, yeah, you may do it. No shade or anything, but just saying, it just doesn't feel like that would be something to do. I could make something that held a lot more to it that would work just in the same fashion with a larger screen. But anyway, from there we did this. This was something new. Let me mute this. But we talked. We took a look Saturday of upcoming games, right? New games that were upcoming. That were coming up regardless for various systems, and we took a look at those and we talked about them for a second. So that's what we're going to be doing on Saturdays from now on, I think, for the time being. But yeah, anything that's an upcoming game for the following week, we're going to take a look at it. And if you're curious to know what's coming up, if there's something that might interest you or something, I would definitely go check this out to see some information on that, because we do take a look into the game. Not like a deep dive into it, because there's multiple games, of course, but we do scratch the surface a little bit, talking about what kind of a game it is, if I can figure it out, providing and actually do some looking into it, of course, and take a look at some of the screenshots and gameplay footage, because apparently my internet has decided it just cannot load up today. But yeah, that's what we went ahead and did on Saturday. Anyway, since my internet just refuses to want to load up, that's fine. Yeah, so let me know what you think about everything down in the comments below, and I will talk to you in the next one.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.